Hello, Faye Bryant here with another daily devotion. Today we are looking at Colossians 3:15. And let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. For as members of one body, you are called to live in peace and always be thankful. Let's talk. Hard to believe that we can have the peace that comes from Christ but not live in it, isn't it? God said to let it rule in our hearts. Let's break that down a little. If we are to let it rule in our hearts, we have to have it first, right? If we have it and He tells us to let it rule, we're not already doing it. From experience, I can tell you that it is possible to have the peace that comes from Christ in you, dwelling there, yet not letting it have the reign over your decisions, your daily walk, your faith system. In the depths of depression, I stayed in touch with God, read my Bible every day, yet I had no peace, not the true peace of Christ. I wasn't living in it. These words seem so simple, but when we read the Amplified Version, we get a deeper picture of what God meant when He said them through the Apostle Paul. Listen. And let the peace, soul harmony, which comes from Christ, rule, act as umpire continually in your hearts, deciding and settling with finality all questions that arise in your minds, in that peaceful state to which, as members of Christ's one body, you were also called to live. And be thankful, appreciative, giving praise to God always. Soul harmony. Act as umpire continually, deciding and settling with finality all questions. That peaceful state you were called to live. Paul was telling believers to be displays of tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, and patience. He told them to make allowances for each other's faults, forgive those who offend, and clothe themselves in love. Then he talked about this peace. This peace doesn't come from following the law and working to maintain it, but it does help us live according to God's will. This peace gives us a choice when life happens. We must choose to let it envelop our heart and soul. We must work within it to make choices ahead of time, setting it up as the mitigating factor in every decision. When we have those hard decisions made ahead of time, from the position of peace in Christ, we don't fall prey to the fears and chaos that come with living. Challenging times are less challenging because we have settled in our minds what our course of action will be. Are you craving that kind of soul harmony that grants relief in the middle of the worst storm you can imagine? Do you need an umpire in your life calling the difference between each pitch into life you throw? Do you need help deciding and settling the questions of life once and for all? Do you long for the peaceful state you see other believers living in? It's quite simple, yet very difficult. You have only to let go of the reign of your life. Surrender. Admit you are not in control and acknowledge that you really don't want to be, but only if you mean it. God knows your heart. Lean heavily on the one who made you and trust in Him for the peace that surpasses your comprehension. It's okay. Let's start today. God, I am not in control, and I need the peace that comes from Christ to reign in me. Coffee, Bible, journal. It's amazing to think that this peace is in us, but we're not making use of it. But the way to make use of it is to let go of control. Woo, we don't like that. Not at all. But when we let go, we have that peace bubble up in us and start coming forth in us and acting as that umpire, correcting us, challenging us. We are able then to use it to make decisions now that will affect our tomorrow. Can you hear me being fussed at by the birds? When we let go, we can move and act and live in God's will, in that peace that comes from Christ, and we can experience life on a whole new level. Let's give it a start today, shall we? If you'd like to share some information with me, if you'd like to let me know what you're thinking, if this hits home with you, drop a comment and let me know. Be sure and tell me if you liked it, if you didn't like it, either one. And listen, if you want to be sure that you don't miss one of these daily devotions, be sure and subscribe. Hit the bell so you'll get notifications. If you want to see some of the other videos I've done, click over here. There's some pretty cool ones out there. Until next time, I'm Faye Bryant. Bye.